I really let myself go.
Soda tax should be imposed for that reason.
Well,
No.
Okay, wait. What exactly is a soda tax?
It's being proposed for like a cent per fluid ounce of soda so the government can cut obesity.
And it's stupid.
But how exactly would it cut obesity if the average population could still purchase the soda at free will?
Because people can only have so much money to spend on certain things like soda, and assuming that they only have so much money, they're going to cut the amount of soda because they can't buy.
But that would only affect the people who don't have the money, like the lower class. The upper, middle, and high class, that won't affect them at all. They'll just think, oh, look, I'm spending more money, but they won't care.
Okay, has any state even passed this thing that has passed this tax before?
Well, Mexico has passed it, and also the town of Berkeley in California, and also Arkansas and West Virginia have passed it.
Has it been successful?
No.
In Berkeley and Mexico, they've shown some serious declines in soda consumption and stuff.
Yeah, but that's because in Mexico and California, they've got some of the highest poverty rates in the North American region. So the lower class just isn't able to afford soda anymore, so they're not going to buy it. The middle class and the higher class in Arkansas, West Virginia, and California and Mexico are just going to keep on buying soda. It's not going to affect them at all. Think of it. In Mexico, the places it's really affecting is those small villages where they might have a soda, like one soda a week, where they find the money to buy one. But with this tax going up, they can't afford it now, so they're just going to not buy it. But that's the poor class. Anyone in that village with upper, middle, or higher class level will just keep on buying it. It's not going to affect them.
Well, so are you saying we should increase the soda tax more?
No, it won't do anything.
Okay, so we're in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but, so, granted we have a lot of soda drinkers, but most of our obesity comes from alcohol, like beer. So why don't we just increase the tax on alcoholic beverages instead? Because that would probably be more effective, wouldn't it?
It would only affect the lower class, because it's like the people who actually have money, like the upper, middle, and higher class, will just keep on buying alcohol. The lower class, they'll be like, well, I can't afford to go a Friday night anymore, and then they'll just stay home.
But the lower class is some of the highest poverty rate or highest obesity rates out of all the other classes. That's where they see the most of the obesity, like in Mexico and a lot of these places, and they impose these taxes, and yes, it influences most of the poverty level, but that's where most of the obesity is as it is. I mean,
that may be true, but think of how a soda tax would affect a small town economy. When those poverty level people and the lower class aren't buying soda, like C&G's right in town. Think about that. If people of the lower class stopped buying soda there, imagine how much their sales would go down. Because I bet you any money when someone stops in to gas up, they're grabbing a soda or something like that, a sugary beverage, for the road, to keep them awake on the road and just to enjoy.
But a lot of these people are going to buy soda anyways. So.
Well, and then if the soda tax increases the amount price, that means it would also increase what the store is getting. So that would also be kind of a win for the store.
Not if the people who are not shopping there anymore outweigh the cost of the tax.
Well,
But if you're at a limited resource, you really don't have a choice.
Well, plus, we're talking like millions of dollars of revenue from the taxes going towards the government too. And seeing the financial situation of the government, it really helps out the government in order to. Plus, it's a win-win fact that they're getting money for the government, plus cutting obesity, which allows people to get other jobs, so because they're not confined to a chair or something, to where they can take some more of these blue-collar jobs that do pay well, but they are not able to because they're weighted down.
Okay, so my question is, why don't, instead of imposing the soda tax, why don't they just educate the population of what soda can do to their bodies, and then if they choose to then drink it, then that's their choice. They've then therefore been warned.
I guess it just wouldn't.
It's a start. I mean, you gotta start somewhere. You can't just all of a sudden do everything at once. I mean, you gotta start with something and kind of work off of that. I mean,
Yeah, I
there's
still
so
think
many.
the soda tax is stupid though,
Why is the soda tax stupid?
because that means I wouldn't be able to afford soda anymore.
I think you've got plenty of soda.
Yeah.
Never have enough soda.
Really.
Never.
Well, you go on ahead and have your soda while you can.
I will.
So, okay. So, you're, as nicely as I can put this, overweight, correct?
Call me fat.
In a nice way, yes.
Yes.
Fine.
You are
Yes,
a
I'm
fat
overweight.
son of a
So,
gun.
so how do you think that you got that way?
My low metabolism level.
But what if... Okay, so what's your diet like, though?
Honey buns, Twinkies, Ho-Hos, Nutty Bars, and Mountain Dew.
Okay, so the soda tax obviously isn't the only thing that causes people to increase their weight, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
but you can't just go ahead and just throw all these taxes on because people are, I mean, they're going to be upset as it is. And so, just because they have to spend more money. And you got to gradually, in order to make people not, like, to have a financial downturn, because people have to learn to give up this stuff gradually, especially things like soda and like a lot of these fatty foods and stuff, and they have to give them up gradually in order to kind of cut their diet to where they actually do learn to become healthy. Because if you just cut all the stuff off at once, they're not going to learn to develop it. It's a process. You can't just do it all at once.
Thing is, you cannot go and take sugary stuff away from everyone. If you do, well, first off, people need sugar to survive. Beside popular beliefs of people who are on these super diets and stuff, you need sugar in your body to survive.
But you don't need as much sugar as Mountain Dew or soda gives you. If anything, you go way past your daily sugar
That may
needs.
be true, but some people might eat healthy all day, and their only sugar would be a soda.
But they
It's
could
not
also...
taking it away entirely. It's just taxing it a little bit to help decrease the amount of soda.
Well, and then the thing is that they can also get their sugar from other resources, like apples, for example.
There's healthy
Natural
sugars
sugar.
out there. I mean, you don't get your only sugars from soda and chocolate and a ton of other stuff like that. That's not your only source of sugar to help your body.
My only source of sugar.
No, you got the honey buns and stuff, man. You're fine.
set.
I actually ran out today. I need to go get more. But I don't want to leave my couch.
Yeah, and you don't even have enough strength to go and get the honey buns that you want.
You want to bet? I'll try again later.
Sure.
Okay, so more about this soda tax. Why exactly would it be a good idea to have in, let's say, Wisconsin?
It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all.
Well, with all this soda stuff, I mean, you see soda everywhere from, like, in stores and stuff to restaurants, and there needs to be a general cutback from the soda consumption. And then you have people like him that sit on his couch all day and
I don't like your town.
really keep your soda.
Oh, well, yes, I will keep my soda. I ain't sharing.
Well, why don't you get up and do a little jumping jacks or something? Get the little moving on.
Yeah, no. No. I'll try again later.
And this is what the world has come to.